Hi everyone, this is Leonard from Leonard Reacts. I am so happy to be doing this video that I have been waiting to upload because I'm not feeling my best, as you can see in my voice. But I'm not gonna stop this virus keep delaying me uploading this wonderful video. And it's the reason that I have been doing shorts videos for all of you of the scriptures that I have been highlighting and reading. But as I'm reading, I've been highlighting it. And it has to do with the Psalms and Matthew and everything that comes from inspiration. I just want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you, all your new subscribers, for being here. I invite you to watch my other videos of me reading the scriptures with you and enjoying sharing the Lord with all of you in jewelry and antique stores and thrift stores and unboxing and just sharing a nice chat with you here. Thank you, everyone. This one in particular that I'm going to be reading today, it's about the creation of man and woman. And he says, "These are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created." And I invite you, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop a minute. I should have said, if you want, please grab your scriptures if you have one. If not, just bear with me here. And I do apologize for my voice, but this is real. You know, this is what I love to do every day, practically. This is gonna be my purpose, and before I go to sleep, I read a little bit of the scriptures. I started from the beginning because we got here at some point because of the beginning, and in the beginning, everything that started. So here we are. Thank you so much, and I appreciate each one of you new subscribers here. I'm very, very glad you are here, and I hope you are enjoying these videos and everything I share with all of you. And he says, to continue, it says, "And in the day of the Lord, and in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, when no bush of the field was yet in the land, and no small plant of the field had yet sprung up. For the Lord God had no cause it to rain on the land, and there was no man to work the ground. And in a mist was going up from the land, and was watering the whole face of the ground. Then the Lord God formed the man of dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living creature. And the Lord God planted a garden in Eden in the east, and there he put the man whom he had formed an hour of the ground. The Lord God made the spring of every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life was in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed out of Eden, no water the garden. A river flowed out to Eden to water the garden. And there it divided, and it became 4 rivers. The name of the first in the Pison, it is the one that flowed around the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. Bdellium and onyx stone are there. The name of the second river is the Gihon. It is one that flowed around the whole land of Cush. And the name of the third river is the Tigris, which flows east of Assyria. And the fourth river is the Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, you may surely eat of every tree of the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil shall not eat. For in the day that you eat of it, you shall all surely die. Then the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him. Now out of the ground. The Lord God had formed every beast of the field and every bird of the heavens, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And whatever the man called every living creature, that was its name. The man gave names to all livestock, and to the birds of the heavens, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found a helper fit for him. So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man. And while he slept, took one of his ribs and closed up his place with flesh, and the rib that the Lord God had taken from the man, he made it into a woman and brought her to the man. Then the man said, this is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out from man. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother, and hold fast to his wife, and there shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked, and were not ashamed. The fall. Now the serpent was more crafty than any other beast of the field that the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, did God actually says, you shall not eat of any tree in the garden? And the woman said to the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees in the garden, but the tree that is the midst of the garden, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. But the serpent said to the woman, you will not surely die, for your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, like God knowing good and evil. So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. And she also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed up fig leaves together and made themselves loin clothed. And they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to the man and said to him, "Where are you?" And he said, "I heard the sound of in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself." He said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten of the tree of which I commanded you not to eat?" The man said, "The woman whom you gave to me to be with me, she gave me the fruit of the tree, and I ate." Then the Lord God said to the woman, "What is it that you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." The Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and all the beasts of the field, and on your belly you shall go, and thus you shall eat all the days of your life. I will put your enmity between you and the woman, and between all the offsprings and her offsprings. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." To the woman he said, "I will surely multiply your pain in childbearing. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be contrary to your husband, but he shall rule over you." And to Adam he said, "Because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten from the tree of which I commanded you, you should not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. In pain you should eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your face you shall eat bread till you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, for you are dust, and to our dust you shall return. The man called his wife named Eve, because she was the mother of all living, and the Lord God made from Adam and for his wife garments of skins and clothed them. Then the Lord God said, "Behold, the man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. Now lest he reach out his hands and take also of the tree of life and eat, and live forever." Therefore the Lord God sent him out from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he was taken. He drove out the man, and at the cast of the Garden of Eden he placed the cherubim and a flaming sword that turned every way to guard the way to the tree. And then we'll continue next weekend, next Sunday, this wonderful continuation that it gets scarier by the minute and it gets more interesting. Cain and Abel. With that being said, bye everyone. See you in the next video.